But one farmer says, seems to me there was a tea party in Boston that was illegal too.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
We shall seek to establish and maintain a dollar which will not change its purchasing and debt-paying power during the succeeding generation.
As anguished shrieks rose up from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
Government credit and government currency are really one and the same thing. A reserve of gold and a small reserve of silver.
So, and I said, well, what if it does happen? And he says, well, price will solve everything. I said, thanks, give me the gold.
Why do central banks hold it? Well, it's a form of reserves. So why don't they hold diamonds? Well, it's tradition, long-term tradition.
Well, some people still think it's money.
Hey, welcome back to the Junius Maltby channel. Thanks for joining me today as we go on a trip to Costco. Let's go get our groceries. Giant rolls of paper towels, toilet paper, more potatoes than you can shake a stick at, 50-pound bags of onions, everything you need. Before I even saw this information, and we presented it one night in a live, and I think you can tell by the title of what we're discussing, which is Costco stocking precious metals. But before I saw the information about Costco stocking precious metals, I didn't even know they had Costcos in other countries. I really thought it was just a United States thing. So when I found out that over in Europe, in the UK, there were Costcos carrying precious metals, I was, I guess, taken back by both of those facts. The fact that they had Costcos and the fact that the Costcos over there have precious metals. And in thinking about it, it raised some questions in my mind as to, why are they not doing that in the United States? Is there something different in Europe where people are more awake, more in tune with inflation, hyperinflation, currency debasement, all of those things, economics, and the history of it, which I do think there's a role of that. If you look at European history, just in the last century, every nation had to wrestle with different disruptions and chaos because of the World War I, World War II, the elimination of gold as currency, the elimination of silver. So there were some issues there. But let's take a look here because one of the viewers of the channel, one of the subscribers, contributor, he lives over there in the UK. I'll keep his name discreet. He's kind of one of our black ops covert in the field reporters, we'll pretend. So I blacked out even the license plates in this picture because I'm pretty sure there's laws regarding displaying license plates publicly. So you'll see that I blacked out the plates in this picture. And then when we come to his receipt for the gold that he purchased at Costco, I had to redact some of his information so that nobody can see or trace who it is and what their personal identification information might be as far as their card number, things like that. So if you see some weird symbols, well, you'll see it and I'll show you. But let's move on. Let's take a look. Let's go into this Costco and see some of the images that he snapped with his own cell phone in looking at the precious metals there. And then I did find a couple of pictures that are going to be mixed with these. I think there's two that I grabbed online from other people who had been in these Costcos and taken pictures as well. Well, here we are, the closest Junius Maltby will likely ever be to a case of gold like this in a Costco, unless they somehow bring these to the United States, which I do hope they do at some point. I would love to go to my Costco and see displays like this. I'm pretty sure Mrs. Maltby would lose me for the duration of the family outing and shopping trip because I would just go stand by this case and peer into it, lost, staring in awe, and likely enter daydream land. Now, as you come around this case, you can see there's some jewelry in the background, what I can only guess are real pearls on a pearl necklace, a nice, fat, thick 500-gram silver bar, and we're going to take a closer look at some of these. There's some Britannias, it looks like, in there. I can see that 1-ounce Britannia just shimmering, and next to it, it looks like there is a new issue, a British sovereign, as well as various other gold bars. As you can see, all of this is priced in British pounds.
Oh no.
She's
eating the newspaper.
Oh, we have the ant cat eating a newspaper. Well, the traumatic brain injured kitty decided to try to eat some newspaper, so we put a halt to that immediately. Back to the regularly scheduled reporting on Costco precious metals. Again, these are priced in British pounds, so as you can see, the prices there reflect that currency, not US dollars, for those of you that are my US viewers. What we see here is a Queen Elizabeth II gold sovereign from 2020. I don't know why they have it in the case upside down with the obverse. They should turn that coin around. I'm not the only one that bugs. I'm sure some of you viewing this think, turn that coin over. And then you've got a 2021 Britannia 1 ounce gold coin. Beautiful piece there. Oh goodness. 1,515 British pounds. And then the sovereign there is 363. No VAT on this item. So no value-added tax on those items. I don't know what the price of gold was when he took these pictures. I believe he sent me these a while ago, so I'm sure the price has changed. One of my curiosities is, with the price of gold fluctuating at different days, you wonder if you entered a Costco like this early in the morning and overnight prices had skyrocketed, let's say, and it's significantly more. I mean, you've seen the moves that gold can have during these volatile times. How does Costco manage that is what I'd like to know. Perhaps when you go out to check out, the prices change. Maybe there's a sign on the case that these prices are subject to change with movements in the gold market. I mean, any of you are aware, if you've been to a local coin store, when you purchase your metal, oftentimes they will check the price right behind them or next to them on the counter with a computer to update the current gold prices and then change the price, whatever. The coins in the case usually don't have a price. You have an amount that you expect to pay over spot, and for the seigniorage charge, the cost of minting and the additional fees placed on coinage bullion. Now, if there was a time when you were in Costco and you were able to, I don't know, get an alert on your phone and see the price moving and you could check out, you might be able to hit a home run in getting gold for a little bit less than spot at the time. Who knows? I don't know if that's how they handle it. It is an interesting fact that I would like to know and have settled. So if any of you are out there at these Costco's, try to find out how the prices are managed and how they update that accordingly. Now we're moving far out of the league of yours truly, Junius Maltby. We've got these Baird & Company 100-gram gold bars, minted. Again, no value-added tax on these items. You got a 50-gram and a 100-gram gold bar there. Another front view of the same case with those Baird & Company gold bars. Looks like you've got a 20-gram bar in there as well. You can see the coins behind it and the Costco symbol just there to the back right. Another view of that serial numbered Baird & Company 500-gram silver bar, nice thick bar of silver, sitting next to that British sovereign there. And this is 49 silver, 999.9. So just a beautiful, pure silver bar. And they're asking 354 British pounds, wow, 354.99. And this one has a value-added tax, which is curious to me as to why the gold ones did not have a VAT. But this silver bar, if you notice a difference here, has below it $425.98, including the value-added tax. So that has a tax placed on it for that silver bar, whereas the gold bars had no VAT on it. Now, as we peruse this case and scan around, you'll see that the larger gold bars, the 500-gram and some of the bigger ones, we're going to zoom in and show you those. Many of them are labeled sample or dummy bar. Makes sense. If you smash and grab this case, it looks like you could essentially run off with quite a bit of loot. And so the biggest bars, the high-value gold items in here, look to be fake, which will bring up an issue and a question with that because they look pretty darn real to me. Now here you see a 100-gram and a 500-gram. That one on the right there, 500 grams, half a kilo bar. That's 20,799 British pounds. Big, beautiful chunk of wealth. These are made by Hemmerly and Mule. Both of them say no VAT, so there's no value-added tax on these. Both of these here in the case are labeled dummy bars. But again, they look quite real. And I'm guessing, and I know how Costco works with some of their high-value items, They oftentimes will have them in the back or someplace secure. I can only imagine how they're securing the real gold. The question is, well, I've got so many questions, is how many of these does this Costco have in the back or in vaults? They can't have more than a few. That's a significant amount of gold to have on inventory in a Costco. And these fake bars here, I guess they must be made obviously for display only. Now, I don't know if they're 24 karat coated or plated tungsten, how close they are to the real thing. Obviously, they are dummies. They're stamped and labeled as such. It's just interesting that, again, shocking to me that you can walk into these Costco's over here in the UK and purchase a 500 gram 4.9 gold bar and invest and then walk right out the door with it, securing your money, protecting it from the debasement of the British pound or any other currency for centuries to come. And yet another view of some 50 gram, 100 gram, and 20 gram gold bars. Beautiful pieces of 4.9 gold sitting in a Costco waiting for someone to come adopt them and bring them to a home where they can be cared for and loved, no longer sitting lonely in a case. Now here's another piece of gold added to the Maltby community. This is his piece, his sovereign, that he purchased at a Costco. You can see it sitting there with the receipt and the price paid for it. And there you have it. One of the subscribers here of the Junius Maltby channel in the field doing covert work obtained gold at a Costco. Awesome. There's the price, $363.99 British pounds. Just gorgeous. I am actually a little bit jealous. I would like to go to a Costco and be able to walk out with a British pound. Well, there you have it. That's our view, our walkthrough, our peering into a case. I would likely spend much more time than the 12 minutes so far spent discussing this if I was at the Costco, just standing there and perusing the case. I wonder, one of the things that was in my mind is I wonder when the, you always read about and see the little crime stories that take place in Europe. It seems like the European capers are always a little bit more romantic than those in the United States. The little burglar stories and the dedicated brilliance that goes into the thieves that operate in the art and wealth worlds of Europe. I can just picture some little individual with a black knit cap and a flashlight stowing himself in a refrigerator or a washing machine or some bulk container, sleeping in a Costco, waiting for the lights to go down and for the workers to leave, and then slowly climbing out and creeping through the Costco with his flashlight and a ball-peen hammer and a little sack just to fill it with metals and then leave. I guess you wouldn't be able to walk out with the larger bars because, again, they're only the dummy bars in there. But it looks like the large silver bar and some of the coins happen to be real, so it might not be worth his time or the risk of a punishment and consequences that would follow through with committing such, an act. I'm not condoning that at all. Of course, it's wrong. It's not a good thing to do, but it's a romantic thought. Anyways.
I'd steal it from the bank.
This isn't a bank. This is Costco.
Like
Yeah, there's no problem. If you could find your way into tunneling into like the Fed or a central bank, and find your way leaving with some large bars, that would be very romantic.
That'd be very Robin Hood and appropriate.
Yeah, especially if you chipped the bars up and gave the gold back to the people somehow.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be. Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun thought. I enjoy it. I would say that I have not. I have not been able to suppress the fantasies that I've had of looting central bank gold vaults, especially when you see some of the images presented of the large good delivery bars that are held in those. But there you have it, my friends. If you are in one of these areas that has a Costco that has gold and silver in it, go check it out and maybe throw down some of your fiat and walk out those big roll-up doors. Make sure they check your receipt. Of course, I'm sure they still do that over in the UK, just like they do here in the United States. And have a good time with it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me as we view this, I guess, groundbreaking new world where Costco stocks precious metals. I can only sit here and wait for the Costcos that are in my country to do the same. I guess I could call their office and ask them when they plan on doing so and why I am not able to have the same luxury of attending my Costco and looking at beautiful gold coins and bars. Don't forget to check out Mrs. Maltby's newest production. She put a video out, and she's going to be putting another one out tonight, this evening. I think she's working on another video for the series that she's working on, and they're over on her channel. The link will be in the description. Go over there and subscribe. It's our backup channel because you never know when this channel might get shut down, eliminated, disappeared, and deleted by YouTube.
It's not all like conspiracy though. You have to let them know what.
Her channel is going to be more of
nature.
Our nature, our journeys, our explorations, some of the fun things that we do together. So go check it out and tell us if you like it. Pop a comment down. Don't forget to like her videos as well as she gets up and going and gets started. And it's our backup channel in case anything ever happens to this channel. So thanks for tuning in, all of you, and have a good night.